Then y'all decided to delete the rest of them with your sword since we were up close and personal. You saw that, their strikes weren't hitting you all the time, but the acid blood was the kind of the big problem there. The spillage, splash, shall we say. And then coming up the corridors, you met some resistance from a few drones protecting the bridge. I finally got you out of the spider form with enough acid splash and a few other little things. Okay, yeah.
I was clinging you to the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay, so current dilemma. There's a door between you and the next chamber. This door is not exactly standard. It has a left and a right, but it is also like banded mail almost. You can tell that they're 4-inch strips on each side of the door. So it looks like instead of like a full left side and a full right side, each of these individual slats would move back and forth. It looks like it's pretty well armored as well. This is a door to protect the bridge from the rest of the ship. This room has a lot of computers. They're just going to be large metal boxes with a lot of lights and pips and bubbles and things. It's basically this is the computer area that runs the ship. So it's a large area that has computers in it. Not a lot of stations, to be sitting at. Just a large AI farm, basically, to run the computers to run the ship. There will be a little bit of climbing this and that to get to the doors themselves. Are there any? I don't see any concentrations on anybody. Are there any spells or anything like that? Do we need to remind ourselves that we have operating or anything like that?
Don't think we've got anything. That's usually the other campaign. We got a lot of one-offs here.
Right.
Yeah. Water breathing up. That's about it, but it's not concentration, I don't think.
Gotcha. Right. No. Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not.
That would not be a good thing. Lost concentration.
Now you're drowning. Yeah, that.
Drowning. Yeah.
Well, so looking around, is there a slot for the orb?
So looking around in this room, you do not see anything like that for this room. You don't see any of the Dallas that would have been somewhat sunken down, or any station area to put this in, because you've seen that or at least with the one thing that come up. And also like the memory, the hard drive kind of box kind of thing as well. But you don't really notice anything that's like that here. So you spend a few minutes looking around for that. Actually, a lot of the things in this room aren't operating. Things have been busted. There have been some battles here. It seems like some of the xenomorphs might have broken into this area. But it seems fairly clear of any evidence of that outside of like near the doorways that your tokens are at right now. So it seems like even with the bots, it seems like they've been fighting off the xenomorphs and keeping them away from the bridge. So like that can be a good sign, So, at least in some places and such.
Maybe dumb question.
Mhm.
Is it thieves' tools or arcana to try to work the pick the lock, as it were?
It would be more like I guess that is a good question. These tools are arcana. So it's not it is not a like a number pad. It's like a key card. And then basically, not that you would swipe it, just tap it or whatever. So there's really just a black little box sitting next to the door.
So would that be
Give me
investigation?
an investigation or perception with that. Maxie, and stuff to be flying up there looking at it. I guess Necker, you are definitely a climber, so I definitely see you up there, as well, looking at this and trying to figure it out. Okay. Somewhere in your possession, you have a key card. You see like a little picture. Maxie sees a picture of the key card. She can get up to it a little bit closer with her eyes, flying up to it. Because I've seen a little thing that looks like this. It's somewhere in his bag, and points to Callum's bag.
Oh, I'll bring the bag around and just kind of open it up and angle the hole towards Maxie.
Yeah.
So she flies down there. Being that of the nature of the magic bag and such, you can just reach in and think of the item itself.
Oh, right.
And
I'll do that.
It'll come to you and stuff. You don't actually have to pull out everything. Unless you're looking for something that you don't know what you're looking for.
No, I'll do that. I thought we were talking about the what you call it, bag, military bag, duffel bag.
Right. So you reach in there and grab it, toss it up to her, and she uses it on the door. She starts to fly up there. Of course, y'all could stop her. There's a lot of time, by the time she gets back up there. So basically, if y'all want to stop her, y'all can. So she gets the key card, flies back up, and basically attaches it to the fob there, the receiver. And it gives a flash of a red light, on there, and a bonk, kind of thing. But almost immediately after that, through speakers in the room, so basically, all around you almost, but not loud, a noise, I'm not going to say a voice, it's the computer bonk. So it's like a computer talking, nothing. And it's real short, just that kind of thing. I'm not going to do it again. But there's a response from the sphere. Basically, it does the same noise pattern, but more of a tweet, and that's all it does.
Okay, let's hear that one. The tweet version.
Beep, 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 beep. Kind of thing. And
Absolutely.
exactly just the exact same. Might have been faster. Don't know. Whatever. So it's basically a sound off and a report or whatever, however you want to say the words. But nothing else happened. Do y'all do anything immediately?
Well, I'm getting the pulse rifle ready and for getting into the breach position on this door.
looking
so the door
around to
is
see if anything else is like activating.
Okay. So the door is basically the ceiling, and you're because of the way the ship is nose deep into the water and such. So your brace is going to be the ceiling and such. Okay. And then Astra, give me a perception.
Okay.
Roll with advantage as Marco is basically looking around as well.
Okay.
So he's kind of like, where'd that noise come from? And he's just like, kind of looking.
All right, and I'll use some guidance on this as well. 13.
Let's see. Did I miss?
17.
Okay. Is that with
So with advantage and guidance.
Okay, thank you. You don't see anything in this room whirling up, or any extra lights or anything like that. When this is happening.
Okay.
Kellum, you climb some machinery and get ready. Get up in position on the other side of the door. Banthor and Zorn, what are y'all up to?
I'm looking
wait
up.
a second. Banthor, you have the sphere?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Do you have the AI? I'm sorry. What was that, Jane?
The Professor Orb is what it says on the sheet.
You
Yeah.
mean the AI core?
Yeah.
Yeah, Banthor would have that.
Okay. So Banthor, you would have heard, its response basically, more than anybody else, of course. When the ship basically was talking, in a computer language, and you would have heard the AI core respond. It didn't do anything else outside of just make the beeping noise in response to the noise that y'all heard. Okay, Banthor, what were you doing? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I'd probably be looking for a place to maybe put that in, like a slot, or also be looking to see if I can peer into the room that we're trying to get into.
Okay, gotcha. The door itself is shut, and you can tell that it's pretty barricaded kind of door, ballistic, kind of shielded, armored door. Won't be easy to force your way through, kind of thing.
Okay.
And Necra also, was looking for a receptor for the core, but didn't see one earlier. So you'll look around, as well. I don't know if she said anything, but she was looking for one a receptor. I don't know. Like I said, she didn't really work that. I just said it out loud. So.
Mhm.
Alrighty, and Zorn, what are you up to?
Zorn is looking for any movement so he can shoot at that.
Alrighty, and you're keeping your eyes and ears set. Okay. Alrighty. After about 10 seconds or so, there's another, and Thor and the rest of y'all will hear the orb respond with a beep 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 beep. Identical kind of. Maybe that wasn't identical, but hey, sue me. Communication basically, but nothing else happens with the orb. Zorn and Astra, perception roll or what do they call that? Passive perception.
Passive perception. I'll do an active perception. My passive is
Junk. All right. And Zorn, passive or active?
Yeah, he's looking around, so active, I guess.
Yeah, your passive is 17, so it's not as you might be able to get a higher on a roll. Yeah.
24.
Oh, 24 and a 4. Okay. Oh no, that's just your.
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. And a 2. All right. Good.
This is worse.
And a 4. Okay. So, Oscar, you're still looking around the room, and such for anything that's lit up and stuff. And you're kind of in the corner in a way. It's a little bit more protected. You're not out in the open in the fashion. Zorn, the middle corridor, you hear, clawing coming from down the corridor and such.
Incoming! Hurry up!
All right. Do you wish to do anything, Zorn?
Zorn will raise his weapon in the direction of the skittering.
So that's basically coming from where y'all were to the south of you or below you, basically. So something is skittering up the climbing up the hallway corridor now. Basically like a elevator shaft. You can hear something clawing up. You notice something's coming. And you're like, heads up, something's coming. And what weapon are you using?
The rifle, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
you swing the rifle barrel around, and you notice that the xenomorph is like 10 feet away from you.
Blast it!
Exactly. Yep.
Oscar, give me another perception.
Okay.
29, that's going to hit.
Come on, roll.
And 43 for the damage. I did those out of sequence, but
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
That's and I'm gonna do guidance on that because
It's not going to help you. That's
okay.
no worries. All right.
Oh, whoa.
Good. Zorn, you shoot the xenomorph point blank range with the sniper rifle. Doing because of your above his armor class, doing basically 50 points of damage to the xenomorph. I need to. Well, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. It's unable to hold on to have any purchase. Maybe you blasted off one of its arms or something. And it falls down. You notice that there's you don't know exactly how many Zorn, but there's a couple more xenomorphs coming up the corridor, the elevator shaft, basically. And such. So you're there, and you took your shot, as part of your kind of reaction to the situation, and such. Um, After xenomorph pops up out of the corridor there, and will take a swing at you. Okay. And missed horribly, even with advantage. That's awesome.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, a big whiff. What's your AC? Real quick. Oh, sure.
That's a good question.
I'll look at. I can. Oh yeah, definitely a 21. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah. I was like a 4. I rolled a 5. Was the highest. I was like, that's
That's right.
plus
Cast
9.
intuition.
That it might hit something, but no, not 21. Okay, never mind. Okay. So it's gonna make another attack at you with advantage, and the same stinking thing, a 5 and a 2. So 5 plus 9 is 14. So that's not gonna get it. Alrighty. So it
Can't
pops
touch
up,
this.
makes 2 whips at you, and you're like, you're so oblivious that you just kind of fade back, and just it swipes air, and you're like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm glad I was not there. I was just looking around, and so your oblivious nature in this moment actually paid off.
You call it oblivious. I call it divine intuition.
Divine into it. There you go. For a moment, the top of the door, separating you from the upper bridge, the top of that door will open, since those slats can move individually, and basically a 2-foot section opens up for a moment, and a drone shoots out of this hole, and the door closes back.
Can I use a reaction while the door's
Yes.
open?
Yes.
I want to Misty step through.
Okay. All right.
He said that before I could. I was going to do the same thing. I was like, oh shoot, how close am I? Can I just dance through it?
I mean, just don't pick the same spot I'm looking at, and we're good.
Give me a second. So the drone shoots out, and you vamp past it. As it's coming through the door, Kill him. I had to make sure I get the right drow. Kill him. A red beam, a multi-layered red beams, kind of shoots out of the drone and swipes up and down your body, Kellum, as it's passing you. Nothing happens. It doesn't hurt. Outside of it does hit you in the eye. So that kind of, blinds you just for a split second. As that laser light kind of hits your eye and stuff. But it doesn't do anything. It just passes you quickly, but it's scanning you basically. I should have said that, but anyhow, scanning you as it's passing.
Is this drone? It looks the same as the others that were shooting at us.
This drone is smaller and has a blue shimmering bubble around it. It's about half the size, so it's instead of being a medium size, object, it's more like almost a small size object. So it's a medium to small size, and it does have what looks to be barrels on it, but it also has like this blue shimmering aura that's going around it as well.
Yeah.
It passes you just barely, Kellum, and turns its attention to the xenomorph that is in the room and opens fire with two small laser guns, basically. Both of these small laser guns shoot out a pulse of lasers to 3 from each side, and to strike out at the xenomorph. Okay. One of them misses, almost hitting Astra, but the other one is a critical strike, blasting the xenomorph to little bits and pieces. Astra, you take 14 acid damage. Mitigate that however you have mitigation.
7.
And moves just a little bit further, and then does a scan on Zorn. Yeah, okay. So this laser light, Zorn, so you may not notice it so much, Zorn. You might see it over your shoulder, because it's right behind you now. Actually, Zorn, you would take 14 points of acid damage as well. And mitigate that, sure. So Zorn, you see a flash of red light, kind of, and get the acid damage at the same time. So don't know what you're thinking there, because that's all kind of coming from behind you. You would see the drone, and hear it shoot, and then you would hear the xenomorph scream, and then the acid damage and stuff, and then after that it starts to scan you. So it's not all exactly simultaneous. So yeah, you would know that this drone had shot this xenomorph and has zotted it and such. Callum, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to shoot this drone, but it doesn't seem to be hostile towards us at the moment. So I'll log it away as I'll put it on my list to kill it later.
Okay.
I'll turn my attention back to the door. and see if there's. I'll wait until the door opens again. Then I'll try and get past it.
Okay. Ostrom.
Mhm.
So you said you were kind of thinking the same thing as Banthor. Do you
Mhm.
want to see if you can vamp into the door?
Sure.
Okay. Because of the acid damage, they splash and said, well, no, let's take it. No, hold on. Don't hold on. Don't think. I would have to I'd have to reverse some of that just a little bit, not much. Astra, give me a perception roll. Yeah, no, it's not going to help you out very much.
No. Let's see.
If you can succeed on the perception roll, you can make it in the door before it closes.
6.
Okay.
13.
Yeah, with a 16. Yeah, with a 16, you're good. Okay.
Alright.
So basically, you crisscross Banthor and Astra. Astra, you were on the right side of the room that you're in, but looking in, you'll get a left hand of the door kind of placement. In Banthor, and vice versa. You'll be on the right hand side of the door. And Necra, you and Maxie, what would y'all be doing when this door opens, closes, and the drone comes through and shoots the Xenomorph?
Well, we were prepped for going in, so.
The way the door, these slats opened up, they opened up quickly. You're thinking if you go through physically and they close, they may close quicker than you want them to.
Right.
You're there physically, but you're not certain that you can make it through physically before it closes back. And so, noticing the quickness in which it opened up. Maxie, on the other hand, might be able to shoot through. You, on the other hand, might get cut in half. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, if that's the case, and there seem to be critters heading this way, Maxie goes through, Neck returns towards the other. So.
Let's see. With Maxie, give me a athletics or acrobatics.
Well, that's not bad.
I'm looking for a 15. You can either re-roll or she'll basically take a fall, basically, in a way. She'll get clipped by the door or hit something on the way in, because she's got to go so fast.
Hang on, the door opened again? Or is this...
No. Just while...
Okay.
Yeah, just letting certain people have some sort of actions while the door is open and such for that moment.
All right.
And Maxie is right there and small, so I was like, well, she can through.
Unfortunately, oh yeah. Well,
You have one, it's a beginning of a new scene. You can, or a new episode. You do have inspiration, or you can, take the
yeah.
fall, basically. If it was much lower, I would have, either, hurt her really bad or have her, not make it in the room. Since you missed it by one. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so
Okay, so you use your inspiration and such. Alrighty. So Zorn, excuse me. So Necra and Kellum. Let's see. So Kellum, you're still keeping your concentration on the blast door.
Yeah. I got my hand in Gorman's sack, and I'm grabbing the composite half plate +3. And that door opens, that half plate's going in between the doors to keep it wedged open.
Okay, got it. And Necra, are you you're looking at the blast doors as well?
well, hearing noises from over this way,
Correct.
she's more or less trying to be prepared when stuff starts boiling out of the hallway.
Got it. Okay. So the three of you that are in the upper control room, there are 4 drones flying around in the room. One of them Maxie almost hit as he was flying into the door. But at the last moment, she was able to shoot off to the, we'll say to the other side, because she was coming in around Kellum and shot that direction. Just get away from smacking into that drone. So there's the 4 drones that are here. Over at this station, and there'll be more stations that are here. These are the only ones that are really worth looking at. There is basically an AI that is hovering, sideways, kind of because of the way everything's positioned, but out of the wall, hovering out of this container apparatus and such. It will chirp again or do its bonk, 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 and you'll get a Banthor chirp response from the AI that is, in your possession. So, beep 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 beep. And such.
Mm-hmm.
The drones don't look to be aggravated or moving around quickly or anything. When you've seen them, they've been in, all of them have been in basically a combat orientation where they're moving around quickly, left, right, zigzags and such. These are just sitting here hovering. They are all smaller, like the one that came out, and with a blue shimmering aura around them. One of them is in front of the AI, while the others are just kind of hovering in these positions. The one that's next to Maxie will basically move back. When when the 3 of y'all kind of come into the room, and she almost hits it, it will move back. But they do start scanning you. uh, with these laser lights, basically, that don't do anything outside of maybe irritating your eye a little bit when it passes over there. Outside of Maxie, she kind of almost had a spill coming in the door. So Banthor and Ashra, you vamp in and see your surroundings. What is, maybe an initial action, or what would you like to do?
I'd like to take the orb out and hold it up and say, I have brought your strange metal child. Please open the door for my friends.
Alrighty.
Got a higher pitch. I figured it's a kid.
And
And just to let you know, guys, this is soundproof between the two, so y'all will not hear anything from the other side, kind of thing. So try not to meddle as much as possible. Ashra, anything from you?
Just basically staying aware and taking in the surroundings.
Okay.
Not immediately, just eyes everywhere, kind of. If they're just scanning, not doing anything hostile, then I'm not gonna start blasting yet.
Banthor, you notice your connection with your other halos is basically been severed when you came in here and the door shut.
oh, gritty.
I'm gonna yell out, you guys all right?
And of course, y'all don't hear them.
Yeah.
Great.
Necra and Kellum, you're looking mainly at the door. So Necra, you will see down the hallway now that Zorn is blasted and such. You will see that there is movement further on down that hallway. That you can take a shot if you'd like. And Kellum, you're waiting for the door to open again.
Yep.
Right.
You can take one reactionary shot, if you want, and such.
Well, I was also checking to see if I have more grenades.
Oh, yeah.
I think not.
Everybody should have.
You should have a whole belt of grenades.
Yeah,
I think you used all
we
of
don't
them.
have an item. I did not get around to creating that item. My apologies, but it has 6 grenades on it. One of them being a thermite, and then the other one's just being frag grenades.
Yeah.
So you can drop the whole thing if you wanted, woohoo! Or you can drop one, at a time and such.
Yeah.
Marceau has basically positioned himself over the other hall. It is kind of covered up mostly, but he is, clawed somewhat of a way and is looking down that. What you gonna do, Necro?
Right. Well. And then, yeah. Fire down the hallway.
Okay. You hop down from your position, and parkour style, bouncing from this to that, and take a shot down the corridor. It's like shooting, ducks in a barrel. That hits. Fish in a barrel. Excuse me. Sorry. Good night. That's a shotty.
Wasn't aiming for a sneak attack, but okay.
Okay, got the sneak attack damage in there too. Okay, gotcha. Point. Yeah. Alright, sneak attack with a shotgun.
The first shot, at least, could be a surprise.
Well, I mean, it is a ranged weapon, and they weren't expecting it. So.
Surprise! Reach out and touch
Just throw a silencer on it.
The first shot is definitely a surprise, and then afterwards.
I'm sleeping, people. This one is able to maintain its hold on the wall as it's coming up. But you did blast it really well. Oh, wait a second. It's within 15 feet. I got to roll a con save, right? It's con, right?
Double checking now. Do. Large and medium within 15 feet damaged by this weapon. Yep, DC 15 con save.
Oh, did not survive. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So you delete that one with the shotgun. All this, different slugs. There we go. That's the word. The slug separates into multiple slugs and eviscerates the xenomorph as it's clawing its way up the corridor. It falls upon its comrades beneath it. Of course, it doesn't affect them or anything. But they hiss. The xenomorph didn't even have a chance to make its dying sound. You just deleted it. Yeah, so this is the first time you've actually shot something and deleted it with the shotgun. So both you and Zorn are looking down the corridor, and you pull the trigger and delete.
Well, yeah. So back up towards, or down technically towards Kellum. Well, I wish there was way more ammo for this than I've got.
Hopefully we won't need that much.
No.
Alrighty. Going to basically the next round. We'll do the upper and then go down to the lower and such. We'll do it a little bit that way. So Banthor, you present, Lion King style, the orb to the other orb, I forgot what the little lion cub's name was. Simba. That's right. And in the presentation thereof, your finger pushes, a button on the side, while you're presenting it, which activates it, and it pops open, or activates, not pops open, but just activates, and kind of just levitates off your hand, about an inch or so, and you hear it doing the startup prompt, bum, bum, bum. and as it's, fully booting up, basically. And again, while this is happening, a different sequence of computer bonks emanates in both rooms. So you hear it in both rooms. You can tell the pattern is different. And it beep, 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 it just does a different pattern. This time a little bit longer than just the 1 2 second, little greeting or code or what have you. This seems to be a 4 second stretch of information or conversation. So Banthor, what would you do while this is, this thing is lifted off your hand and basically is doing its startup? You've had some, interactions with these orbs and such. But this is like the first time it's really, done a boot up, sequence for you. And you can feel like a little bit of heat almost as it, lifts up off of your hand, but not enough to like hurt or harm you. You do notice a little bit of warbling of the space around it, as it is, doing this, levitating out of your hand.
Would you consider that beeping a language of sorts?
Yes, it is very much so a language.
I'm gonna turn to Ashra. Are you able to understand this? I think I've seen them be able to comprehend languages that they shouldn't be able to. I can spend 10 minutes and try to cast this spell here, but it'll take 10 minutes.
Excuse me.
Would me trying tongues work?
Read tongues. What does it say? Or I can read. I can read. Oh, excuse me, I get the hiccups.
Wait, where is my spell?
I can read it right here. I got it. A spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken or sign language that it hears or sees. Moreover, when the target communicates by speaking or signing, any creature that knows at least one language can understand it, if that creature can hear the speech or see the signing. What? Moreover, when the target communicates by speaking or signing, any creature that knows at least one language can. What does that mean? That it can speak as well? Is that what it's trying to say?
Yeah, if it understands a language and another understands a language, it's gonna translate for each other.
Okay. Okay. So you just speak and it would translate it, or you?
Yes.
Okay. Or you speak the language.
Right. Yeah.
I think it magically translates it. Okay. Never mind. Yeah.
That's
okay.
what it's saying.
You don't know unless you try, of course. But
I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I'll cast it.
Is it? Oh, can it affect yourself?
Yeah, I can cast it on myself.
Okay.
It
just made it kind of made it ambiguous in a way. As the creature that you touch,
it basically means I can give it. I could touch Banthor and then he would be able to understand, or I could fix it myself. Is what it's saying.
I love that song. That was a good song. What did I think about? Never mind. Well, I'm a freak. Okay. So you cast tongues on yourself.
I can twin it, actually. I can move over to Vanthor, twin it, so that it's him and I.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and mark that off there. You twin that. What's that? A third level. Ooh, third level spell. Okay.
Yeah, 3 sorcery points.
Okay. Alrighty. So both of you have tongues. So anytime you speak, it will understand, and anytime it speaks, you will understand. And I guess anybody else that speaks a different language, you know any language. It's not just that one language. So.
Right.
And it lasts an hour. Is it concentration?
Nope, no concentration.
No concentration, and it lasts an hour. Okay. All right. Nice. Cool. Okay. Okay. All right. So that was basically after all of that communication and such. So none of that is going to go on currently. But that's the things that are going on. What would Maxie do, if anything, while we're covering that room?
Try to surreptitiously toss the room.
All right. So being it's stereotypically, you'll be able to look at like one thing per turn. You're not going to be able to look at a lot of things and such like that. Let me look at the map real quick. So the majority of the bots are concentrated to the north of the map. So to the east or to the west, basically left or right of the door would be areas that, would be easier. She's already on that side, so I guess you could move behind Ashra, over there and get a little bit of, kind of looking at that area there. Give me a sleight of hand. Followed by either a perception or investigation. Investigation is touching, perception is looking.
Okay, well. Alright. So
Sleight of hand and an investigation of 26. Okay, cool.
So hand gets caught in the cookie jar, I guess.
So you find a panel. You're like, oh, I know something is behind here. Maxie finds a panel and he's like, oh, I know something's behind here, and looks around and finds a little button, pushes the button. Panel opens up and give me a second. A drone pops out and basically, just activates and comes out. Doesn't do anything. Just comes out, and scans Maxie, and such. She's kind of startled, because it came out, and such. So she hoots and things like that. Makes maybe like or what have you. And scoots back, maybe bumps into Astra, as this thing, comes out of the little panel that she knew was going to have something fun behind it. It did have something fun. Just not what she expected. So like another drone has come into the room and such, and is scanning Maxie.
Maxie,
Alrighty.
please refrain from touching things.
So Astra and Banthor, noises that you maybe were just passing off as the drones just kind of making noise as they were moving is actually a communication, just very low, just barely audible, basically. So while this drone is scanning Maxie, it's basically in a low voice. You can hear it running off kind of stats, of what type of life form, it maybe classifies it as some word that you're not really kind of familiar with, but kind of sounds like Fae or something like that life form, um, and intelligent and things like this. And just kind of running off a few stats, and says basically words like possible. Not saying doesn't say the word magic, but you kind of maybe arcane capable, but basically magic capable, things like that. And then gives it a threat level, possible threat level of 6, and such. Considering its size and cognitive capabilities, and probably a trickster or mischief, and likes to I guess use the word maybe would secure or abscond with loose articles and such. Keep an eye on this one, kind of thing. So y'all hear Banthor and Astra. You hear this, drone just kind of do the shakedown of Maxie. And pretty accurately, kind of does a profile of her, based on her intelligence and size and the way it looks at, the way that Maxie looked at the drone and stuff. It's probably a thief. Watch out for her.
This thing is profiling us? It's profiling?
Yeah. So you can kind of, think, okay, it just gave a profile of Maxie, and it was pretty accurate. And we've all been scanned. So it's profiling all of us, and it was pretty accurate about her. So we'll see what things like that.
Racially profiling.
Species. Alrighty.
Okay.
So try to keep that information out of your minds. Gentlemen down there on the individuals down there on the bottom bridge, and talking about that. So Zorn and Necra and Martha, to an extent, you are all kind of peering down these corridors and such. The door does not open up for you, Kellum, while you're sitting there.
Okay.
But you can kind of, split your attention or what have you. But I'll take care of the bottom, and then we'll let you, decide what you want to do after they've made their actions.
Yep.
Marceau is going to say, "I see some movement. They're not coming this way." And all right. I can't really open this up anymore. It's pretty bad. I think we're good here. And you see Necra and Zorn. You see at least one other xenomorph in this corridor. Y'all know that one popped up and attacked Octra and was deleted by the drone that's there next to you, Zorn. Let me just see. Okay, cool. So Zorn, then Necra, the drone moves over towards the other side corridor and sends some of those whistling birds. Is that the what? Yeah, basically little rockets with the flashbangs. Sends a volley of those down the corridor to the side, as well as shoots a couple volleys down there. You hear xenomorphs scream in pain, and also you hear these rockets, banging, bing, 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 as they're, pinballing down the corridor, flash banging as well. You'll get a lot of flash further down the corridor as this happens, Zorn and Necra, and you can see, a good multitude of xenomorphs coming up this corridor and such. What to do?
All right, so actually look right next to the door, see if there is a panel that actually has like intercom or similar printed on it.
So there are a couple buttons, near the pad there, near the door.
But they're not marked?
Let's see. So there's one large button, not red or, we'll just say orange or yellow. It's a little dingy, and it's like a bigger button. And then there are two other smaller buttons there. One of them looks like it's one of them is different than the other two buttons, where the other two buttons are raised and you push down. This other button is like more depressed, so you have to push down harder, or there's kind of like a nipple on it, so you have to push down differently, harder, for this one to activate. So there's a larger button, and that's kind of like a central button that's yellow and dingy and such. And then there's two other buttons. One button that looks similar to the large button in its function, and then there's a third button that looks totally different. Has a little nipple on it, and you have to like press down on it. Such harder to activate it.
But nothing seems to have internal communication or similar wrote on it, or there's no words, nothing printed on any of this. It's just buttons.
The strange button has a symbol on it that you're not familiar with. But the other smaller button, it kind of has some a symbol on it that looks somewhat familiar to what you're familiar with. You kind of remembering, from back in the childhood of like sound or something like that. So that could be, a communication button.
Okay. Fine.
But nothing clear. You have a good guess that the smaller of the two buttons is a communication button. And the third button has a symbol that you've never really seen before. And then the large button doesn't have a marker on it.
All right. Slap the button that has the what looks like a communication thing and say, hope this reaches you guys, but whatever you're doing, do it faster, and fire down the hall.
Okay. So when you start speaking, there's a small speaker on one of the stations here in this room. You can hear your voice as well from that, so you can tell that you're at least broadcasting somewhere and such. Okay. All right, and fire down the hallway. Zorn, while he's doing that, what are you going to be doing?
Zorn is going to be targeting the closest movement and shoot them.
Okay. Zorn, give me a perception.
Oh, nice.
Perception. 21.
Okay. You, in the corner of your eye, you see some movement behind you. In the other corridor.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a beat on that with the barrack.
Okay. You swing around and wow. And let's see, the Remington did 54. Okay. I do need to do one thing. Okay. So pass the con and but failed to hold on Necra. So it fall the xenomorph you shoot that you don't eviscerate it, but it does fall down the shaft. And so it is its space is taken up by the next guy, and says you just removed one and another one took its place. Zorn, did you roll damage, Zorn?
Will 20 hit it?
Yes, 20 will hit. I'm sorry. Yeah. I apologize.
41.
Alrighty, 41. Okay. Okay. You hit the xenomorph, and as it's climbing up out of the corridor. What's that? Do y'all have multiple attacks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, go ahead, and the one that you hit, Zorn, is still crawling out. And you can shoot at a different xenomorph. Necro if you'd like. Zorn.
Gouts of acid. Fa la 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 blam.
So with 20 to hit from the both of y'all, it's a hit. Was that another 41 points of damage, Necro? I mean, Zorn? Or is that a different roll? Oh, no, 26 to hit. There we go. Okay, that's the hit. And 45 points of damage. Okay, Necro. And 39. Right. Oh, I'm supposed to roll. Okay, Necra, that guy got deleted, and a bath of acid, falls down the corridor. There's a lot of steam and smoke. Well, I guess steam and smoke is the same thing. Coming up out of the corridor, nasty and such. Zorn, you hit this xenomorph a second time, and no, but he's able to keep his footing and such. He's not liking life. He is past wounded, and looks to be a bit dazed as well. He's going to strike out to Zorn with his tail, but with disadvantage. Oh, it's still gonna 16 plus 9. Yeah, it's gonna be a 25.
Yeesh. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. This is the tail. 13 piercing damage. And kill him. So nothing is happening with the door. Though when Necra is talking in the intercom, you kind of hear on the other side of the door.
Okay. I'll turn, since I got the rifle equipped. I'll turn and take a shot at the xenomorph that attacked Zorn.
Okay.
How's a 24?
24 will hit.
And we got 13 piercing damage and 21 force damage.
Nice.
For a total of 34.
24. Okay. 3. Okay. With that one shot is enough to kill it as it falls down the corridor, and you hear, and you can kind of see from your position a little bit, tell him that there's some movement further down the corridor. You could take a shot with disadvantage. You can't get a clear, visual, because of your angle and such. But you can take a shot with disadvantage down the corridor.
No, that's okay. I'm not going to do disadvantage with limited ammunition.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. And like I said, Marshall was looking down his corridor, but he said that there wasn't anybody, coming up that way, and it is kind of blocked off on his side. So she did pull it a little bit back just to get a glimpse down there and such, but he said it's blocked off. Alrighty. Okay. So Banthor, Astra, Maxi. This drone moves away from being within melee range, and kind of floats up out of range and away from the group. You hear, of course, another series of computer talking language and such, and you get the information from this is it says that it is Ken, the AI over the Isengard. I've detected AI. Please state your business. Under whatever law, blah 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 blah. You must show. You must recognize my sovereignty over this territory. Any threat to me or to this facility will be, dealt with extreme prejudice and such. Kind of just like, hey, this is who I am. This is my territory. If you come here to hurt me or my stuff, I'm going to hurt you back.
Yeah. Look, we're here to take care of the xenomorph problem. If you can understand us, and also you have a something that's going to explode on you. That's going to hurt our territory, and we're here to make sure that doesn't happen.
So you get a response. I have orchestrated the meltdown of the engine core. The xenomorph life form must not leave this facility. That is my prime directive, outside of protecting those underneath my protection.
Yeah.
It would be unfortunate if the engine meltdown will reach your people. Are you indigenous to this area?
Yes, we are.
Initial scans say that there wasn't many life forms, sentient life forms on this planet.
Wow. Your scans were wrong. There are many living creatures on this planet.
This basically, at this point, you get Necra's call. I forgot to say that y'all heard that, so we'll do it right now. Hey, I forgot exactly what Necra said, but if you're listening, we need y'all to open the door. There's a lot, something happening down here. Or I don't know if he said that or we got company. I can't remember exactly.
Whatever you're doing, work faster.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's what she said. Okay, so over the intercom, whatever you're doing, work faster in Nectar's voice.
So I'm gonna, after hearing that, I'm gonna say, your primary directive is to eliminate the xenomorph threat?
Well, it was to deliver it, but since I'm unable to deliver it, I cannot allow it to infect this planet any more than it has.
Okay. Is your secondary directive to protect your home, i.e. this ship?
Basically, yes.
Okay. You can put those if you don't melt down the ship and we take care of this xenomorph threat. Can you put a pause on that?
I would, but Lieutenant Vasquez has taken control or blocked me out of that area. So I don't have any control over the engine room or many of the lower extremities. Well, he would say not. She wouldn't have said lower. He would have said not. He wouldn't have said lower. He would have said like forward extremities, meaning the storage area.
Right. Well, we're here to protect our home, our planet, and to make sure you don't melt down. If you are willing to work with us, then we can make sure the xenomorph threat does not escape your area. Our comrades are on the other side of that door. If you open those doors and assist us and help us get down to the engine room, we can take care of the major threat.
The door opens, Kellum, so y'all see two of the drones move towards the door. The door opens, Kellum, as two drones come out. Where before the door only opened just a little bit to allow them, the door opens all the way. You see these individual slats move, and the door opens fully, large enough for everybody to come in. While these two drones float down into the room and take up positions and such.
Okay. Does the door stay open, or do I need to put mine?
Yes,
armor?
yes. The door stays open, doesn't shut back and such. The door opens up all the way. Those two drones come through, right as it's opening. It's like a millisecond, and the drone is going through the door as it's opening. Precision timing and stuff like that, but then stays open, and you'll see, Octa and Banthor on each side of the door, with a couple more drones floating, up in the area and such. Let's see. So, Necra and Zorn, you would hear, the door open and these two other drones come in, because they make, their humming noise and such. So now there's three of these things in here making, much more noise. All right. The drone that's over on the far east shoots down the corridor. Zorn with another volley of rockets and laser fire. You hear Xenomorph, crying out, in pain and such. And it doesn't sound like there's any Xenomorph clawing its way out of that corridor. Zorn and Necra, you can see down your corridor. It looks like you've got a pretty good opening. You've shot down a couple volleys, and we're able to delete a few xenomorphs right off the rip with a shotgun and such. Your area is really clear there. But that is not to say that there aren't xenomorphs farther on down the corridor clawing their way up. Marcia is like, move out of the way, I'm coming through.
All right. Everybody, Asha will call out for everyone to come in.
Up. Necra, you can try to grab a hold of Marceau as he makes his way forward, up. Tell him what you're doing.
I will throw my arm, one of my arms in, and just flip myself up and around to stand beside Banthor there.
Banthor, moves a little bit out of your way.
I was going to somersault over top of Banthor over his head and just stand behind him.
Okay, gotcha.
Sick
All right.
moves.
My bad.
What's those guys
that sounds cool.
they get their arms
and then Banthor's reaction grabs you by the leg and throws you back down.
No. God,
you're cool. Come up like, don't be doing shit like that. Don't staging me. So Necra, Marceau is making it past you. You can taxi or make your own way.
Make my own way.
Okay. He'll shoot past you and squeeze through the door, finding a piece of equipment a little bit higher up and perching up there. Necra, you are able to parkour your way up the machinery and get through the door. Zorn, you can do the same as well.
Sounds good.
All right. One of the drones floats down past you as Nectar gets out of the way, and you hop on it and hop on the other one and join the rest of the party up in the upper bridge. The door shut behind you as you hear drones firing into the corridor and xenomorphs screaming and such. When the door closes, all you can hear is every once in a while the muffled sound of a pew pew and a crack of the whistling birds every once in a while.
Okay. And I presume Ashra is actually paying attention to everything, not just what the machines are doing. So probably gets a quick glimpse of, so what'd you steal out of Necra at Maxi?
Just gonna look. Necra, also keep your hands off of things, please.
Yeah, I was going to get around to Maxie and find out what she was up to. That's it.
We've established a communication with the brain of this vessel. So let's not do anything to make it hostile.
Were you looking at Maxie when you were saying this?
Yes.
Okay. And did you say keep your hands to yourself, or?
Yeah.
Did you say
keep
not
our
to
hands
feel directly? Okay. Yeah, I thought
keep
you
our
did.
hands to ourselves. We established a communication. Let's not make things hostile.
All right.
More than they are.
Oh, and keeping in mind, Necra has no clue that tongues is up. Just
Let's see. I believe everybody has been scanned since by now. Let's see.
I don't know that Necra has, but probably.
Oh no, actually, Necra has not. So one of the drones would come up and do a scan on you. Banthor and Astra, you would hear, the muffled communication. Says early Necra unit built for hazardous environments. Decommissioned for its rebellious nature. This unit hasn't been in service for hundreds of years or something like that. Arcane qualities, most likely, in conjunction with a lifetime on this planet, kind of thing.
It'd be like a short snort kind of thing. Like tries to cover it up when it says rebellious nature. Like,
yeah, and then Necra actually looks at the AI and is like, "So, you gonna shut off the self-destruct, or can?"
It cannot shut off the self-destruct. Apparently, the lieutenant has shut the brain out. So,
okay.
We're going to have to make our way down. It said engine room.
Correct. The engine has creates power for me to manipulate this vessel and to stay operational.
It's power source.
Yeah.
All right. Then do you have like a dozen more of these in points of the drones? Like, so we can have more backup to go deal with the problem?
I'm translating for if it doesn't understand.
Oh, this was in deep speech.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured you were deep speeching it.
Yeah, it's like. Or are you translating for the rest of the party who doesn't understand?
I guess so. Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure Kellum doesn't get twitchy finger.
Yeah. Kellum gets the twitchy fingers? I don't know what you're talking about.
Kellum's just over there chatting with Banthor about this rifle, man. I shot one of those things, one shot, and it went tumbling down the hallway. Can't wait to shoot some more.
Yeah, I was practicing with this thing, man. It did really well on those wine glasses. Check it out. And then I cast Shocking Grasp and turn it into a taser.
Oh wow! What are we waiting around here for? Let's just open this. Let's go blast our way through and get this thing done with, and then we can come back and handle all the robots.
Well, I do want to ask the AI if we can they can assist in a few ways before we go, but I like your line of thinking.
Okay. Lieutenant Vasquez is also taking control over 6 of the drones that I had in my possession. I only have the 6 that you see here. So the 3 that are in the room with you, and then the 3 that are in the other room. I can send 2 to assist you, and possibly if you can get me access to the rest of the ship, then of course, and also access to the other drones.
Oh, okay. And what is your connection to the, I'm gonna point to the AI that's like Banthor's hovering in his hands.
I have no connection to this AI unit. It's taken a while to boot up, so it must not have been used much. Generally speaking, when a AI unit boots up from sleep and it takes this long, it had to been put into use, and the core systems are being uploaded to its memory.
Okay.
Do you understand the words of technology that I'm speaking?
Yes.
Yeah,
Vaguely.
tentatively. Yes.
It was more one of those like raised eyebrow. Aren't we talking?
I'm going to point to the AI.
You understand the words coming out of my mouth, basically. That's what it's kind of saying. Yeah, you can hear me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Am I not responding to you?
So mainly, was trying to say with programming and things like that. So that's kind of where it was going with that.
Yeah. You may not understand fully everything you're saying, but between my magic and your language, we're managing. Yes.
Okay. Banthor, you had something to say?
I was going to say, is saying, about technology, the words I'm speaking. I'm just going to hold the AI thing up and say, little Timmy has a fever.
Timmy has a fever. We might be able to use this AI assistance when you get to the engine room.
Wonderful. And you'd be able to help direct us so we're going the right way. Yes.
Yes. After it boots up and we can have a small I can have a small conversation with it. After a while, the doors open up and the drones come back inside. You can tell, they've been using their lasers quite a bit. They're hot, and you just smell the ozone, kind of smell coming off of them from the rapid use. They float over to panels on the side that open up, much like the one that Maxie found, and basically deposit themselves inside, and the door's shut. Recharging.
Recharge.
Yeah, going on a recharge and such. Alrighty. After a few moments, the little Timmy basically, starts communicating in the bonk bonk computer language.
What did that sound like again? And it changes every time.
It changes every time, man. Well, I mean, this is, it's having a full conversation, not just a little introduction. So it introduces itself to the AI as a secondary AI. I forgot the name of the ship. Says the name of the ship and such. Not the Temple Factorium, but and says over logistic. Emergency reboot. Memory and logic corrupted. Factory reboot initiated. Waiting for commands. Logistics. And I have the name of it. Well, basically, personnel. Looking personnel and logistics. So Ken, the ship's AI, says, "Oh, interesting. This little guy has a history. Doesn't look like he's been used much. This might be to our advantage. He doesn't have a disposition, so we probably won't have to ask it to do much. We can pretty much just tell it what to do. Its main function seems to be logistics and personnel over a mining ship and such. That's probably where we got you from, Necra, or Necra unit, whatever. Sorry, I do not know your designations. I would, Pleasantries says I, need to know what your names are, but it really doesn't matter. Maybe we can speak afterwards.
All right.
Yeah, that trigger finger's getting itchy.
I cannot operate any of the environmental features below the engine room, or in the engine room or below. I can open up the doors to get you into the engine room and make sure that the way is clear. I do have access to some environmental conditions that I can displace the xenomorphs out of the corridors leading to the engine room. I'm going to give this AI some programming, and hopefully it can get me patched in to the engine room and to the rest of the ship. If not, you might be able to prolong or stop the process in the engine room itself. All
right.
But I cannot help you stop the engine from failing, nor will I help you or allow you to do that. I would request that you would deal with the xenomorph first before you fix the engine.
All right. You just help us get there, and we'll take care of the rest.
Draw us a map.
Okay, sure. So
With
it
the
gets it gets into programming the AI that you have with you. We're going to call it Applegate. And so I'm going to program little Applegate to give me access to the engineering room and to storage and also to the drones as well. So there's key environmental conditions as well that I'll have it get control over. Without that, it might be difficult to get to the Xenomorph Queen.
Are you aware of where the...
I'm going to prioritize getting the environmental conditions, overriding that, and then getting access to the drones, and then getting access to engineering and storage.
Okay.
Yeah. That way, if something happens, we've prioritized what the AI can do for us. All right.
Sounds good. Are you aware of where the lieutenant was last seen?
As far as I know, he's in engineering, trying to get the engine from self-destructing.
He's trying to stop it from self-destructing?
Yes, he's trying to stop the engine from self-destructing.
Oh.
We had a short conversation. He came here early yesterday, and I have assessed that somehow he's been compromised by the Xenomorph Queen, and is working with or for her somehow. But unfortunately, I found that out too late. He had gone down to the engineering and started locking me out of the facilities and such.
Yes. Unfortunate.
So I'll make the path clear to engineering.
Much appreciated.
The best and the fastest way is just to take the main corridor straight down. There will be some resistance off the side corridors, but I'll keep them out of the main corridor. After you get down to a certain point, I'll be able to keep them out of the main corridor. They've destroyed or disabled or rerouted other features closer to the bridge, but I do still have access further down the corridor to help you there.
Okay. And we'll do our part and clear them up. Is everyone ready to move out? I'm gonna drink a healing potion, by the way, because I am down some hit points. That's good. I'm taking the time to drink it. I'm going to get the full. Heal up a bit.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be kind of a safe little place if y'all wanted to take a short rest.
Let's see. If we took our short rest, how many acid resistance potions did we have?
How long do the potions last?
An hour.
An hour. Okay. It doesn't have to be like a, 2 hour, blah, blah, blah. You just pay, 10, 20 minute short rest. We'll just say 10-minute rest, short rest.
Okay.
Like
Enough
you talked, you've done your planning, you're like, okay, the tension of all that is out. You're like, all right, how about we just sit here for 10 minutes?
enough to take a breather.
Just a breather. Just calm down.
All right.
Regulate, and then
All right. We're allowed to roll some hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, do whatever you go ahead and just take a short rest on your character sheet and do that.
Okay.
And bring back any whatever's you've used in that fashion.
Can I call my familiar in?
Sure.
All right. I got Vizdemir back with me, the actual timber wolf made of timber.
Let's see if I can remember.
Oh.
Did it have its own icon, or did we just use the Timberwolf?
I used the timber wolf, just made it smaller than the one from the tree.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right.
Can you, let's see, yeah, you can move it.
I sent you a message, Jim.
Yeah, I'm just slow that. I need to look at that. What level spell is that?
5. So once per long rest, I think.
Oh, and that comes from where does that come from? The armor?
The was it the helmet or the armor? The
armor.
armor.
I see. Yeah. was it seeing it, and then I was like, oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. So, what's your end goal? I mean, raise it up, but I don't know what's the.
Everything's level essentially. Like we're having to climb up and clamber because it's like at a big angle right now. Yeah.
Yeah, because basically the ship is nose down in the water, so it's
something about just lifting the nose up and making everything level.
Yeah. Okay. So my only thing that I really think is going to block it is I think you need all spirits and choose a point you can see.
Yeah, so I figured I'd like go back outside.
Yeah, I mean that would be what you would have to do is you would have to actually see the location and such.
Okay.
So that's my only, I think it's a decent idea. Like I said, the only thing is you have to get to it.
Okay. So yeah, I think this part of the, if I can do it, this part of the ship here was torn up. Yeah.
Yes. Well, let's see. It was over here, basically. Yeah. But yes.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. And then it would be then getting down towards it and such. You wouldn't have to. Well, it wouldn't really have to do too far because of the range of the spell itself. But you would have to, get out there to the point where you'd be able to see the area in question. So, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, and I'm going to be right back. And you can talk to everybody about that if you want to, and then we'll go from
there. Okay. Yeah. So, if we can get me outside, I can get the ship right side up, so we're not like trying to climb and all that junk.
I like it. Let's do it.
Cool. Yeah, so just go back the way we came real quick, and I'll pop outside real quick and do my thing.
What thing is that?
You'll have to find out. It's a surprise.
It gives us an advantage. We won't be fighting against gravity to fight.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just trying to figure out what spell you're they're scheming with.
If you need a goat to sacrifice, let me know. I'll go get one.
I mean, and again, like if you could level us out, so we can walk normally and not have to keep trying to parkour. I mean, I know Necro doesn't have a problem with it. She does.
Give me a 3-dimensional environment to play with? Sure.
The rest of us would like to walk normally. Yeah, if we have to backtrack and get you back outside, and let's do it. I'm ready to go. Ready to start smashing more Xenos.
All right, I'm back. Somebody else sent a message somewhere. Somebody sent a message. Oh. So, did I see somebody send a message as I was walking out?
No time.
You did kind of throw out a thing, and since Necra still has no clue about the tongues spell.
Oh.
Oh, you're trying to speak in thieves' camp over there?
Death to the unnatural abominations.
Like, you just know, like, we're gonna have to actually, take care of the LT as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Save the
let
world
the ship
first.
blow up, except that it's going to hurt the world. If we can
Yeah.
have it be a smaller explosion, just let it go.
Well, that's the thing. We can't contain the explosion.
Yeah.
So we have to shut the whole thing down. That is why Ashura specifically kept quiet about having the thumb to shut it down.
Excuse me. Sorry. Went down the wrong way. Goodness.
Because we did said I would prefer you not shut down the engine. I was already thinking, well, too bad for you. Shit's getting shut down.
Not till after you've taken care of the Xenomorph Queen.
We get to the engine first, the engine's going down.
Yep. That queen's going to go down one way or the other.
Hey, we're definitely going to take care of the queen, but if we get to the engine and the opportunity is there to shut the engine down, it's getting shut down first. That the Atras have already made that decision in her mind.
Excuse me. Okay. So he's Ken has programmed Applegate, and it's ready to help give Tim Ken access to engineering and storage. What are y'all going to do? Are y'all going to go down to the engineering, or are you going to try the Banthor plan?
We're going to do the Banthor. We're going to do the Banthor plan. We're going to. I think we agreed to backtrack so we can get to the outside. Let Banthor get to the outside.
Okay.
Unless there's another hole somewhere that, like, Marshall could just fly him out to get him on the outside.
Yeah, there's nothing higher for egress. So yeah, you'd have to go out where y'all came in. Basically, is the only place well, there's actually Ken says that there's a place that's lower. He won't stop you from taking your idea. He's concerned that the ship might break apart some, or that it might be separated from, from storage. The storage, storage on the ship is modular. It's not part of the ship. So they were placed onto the ship and then clamped down and such. There's a possibility. There's a chance. How about that? There's a chance. He says, I keep calling her a she, but it's not a she. There's a chance that some of the storage modules may separate from the ship itself.
What's the probability?
It gives probably a 25% chance that any particular piece will come off. And the unit in particular that the Queen is in probably has a slightly higher, probably a 30% chance of steering off. So
we don't want that. And what are the chances that trying to straighten the ship would affect the engine, the core?
It's fairly well protected. It may slow it down or it may speed it up. Depends on how Lieutenant Vasquez has the cooling routed. I don't have any information really of that area. Once he locked me out, I don't have any information.
Okay. Do we want to take the Ashura to the group? Do we want to take the chance that if we right the ship, we set it right, that it could possibly break the section with the Queen? Separating.
Yeah, currently she's currently trapped in there. There's shackles and bonds, on her that can't be eaten away with acid, and stronger than their claws and things like that. So she can't get out of her storage as it currently is. If it broke off, that might be a different story.
I'm going to take the chance of releasing her and giving her the chance to actually escape the ship.
Yeah. It would give you better tactical, righting the ship. Mainly, a couple reasons is they've, pretty much set up their layer in the way that the ship is now. So that might throw them off a little bit. And, having everything in its right position, will help you, with your mindset, basically. The way the ship is set up is the way your mind, thinks and such.
Mm-hmm. So what do we think? Do we want to risk it for the biscuit?
Yep, let's do it.
I say we go for it.
All right, then. We're still going for it.
Right. Let's see. If the storage breaks off, you might all want to be outside. so that you can get to the storage or to the queen readily.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because if you're in the ship and it breaks off, then you're gonna have to get out of the ship to go down the water or get into the water to get to the queen.
Well, it's a good thing we all can breathe underwater now, huh?
All right. Okay. Now I just got to decide: am I gonna roll the dice? And I think I guess I'll just roll the dice, and we'll see what happens here, huh? Oh, this was the scary part.
I think you
It's
should let
actually
Beth roll the dice and let him see if he wants to.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's your plan, Banthor.
Yeah.
I'm backing you up, but we're all going to point at you when it's when the dice hit the felt. We're all pointing to you.
Nice.
I'm going to blame Ashra because they're the ones that suggested I roll, and you know how I roll. This is on you.
And no, this is your suggestion only to start. So.
All right, so we heading outside of the ship.
Yeah. So basically, you would all need to head outside the ship. Banthor, you in particular. Let's see. It says 120-foot range.
Yeah, I think it's 120-foot range, and the actual spell is a 60-foot cube.
Got it. Okay. So basically, if you can get your, let me look. I don't know, how far do you see underneath water? Deep, far, deep. Good question.
I mean, I think it's depending on how clear the water is, and
Oops, that's not the dadgummit. That was not the button I wanted to hit. Oh, good.
how much
no,
light source you have.
It did drop it. Oh, well. I accidentally pushed the X button on all the tabs I had open over here. Oh my god, dadgummit. I've got my tabs.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Do you have any specialized vision, Banthor?
I got dark vision. And that's about it, I think.
You got your helmet. Gives you true sight.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Which will let you see through darkness and magical darkness. So.
Yeah, that'll help. I'll blow a charge for that.
Okay. So you really, with that, you don't need to be very far underneath the water, just far enough that you're not bobbing around and what have you. So you can see easily. You can pop the charge for that. See all the way to the bottom of the ocean floor, which is some 80 odd feet or so, maybe. Okay. All right, Banthor. Let's go ahead and just do this. Give me a percentile. 30, 29 and under. And the storage facility breaks off and stays on the ocean floor while the ship rises up to the surface. After not like immediately, but it'll break off and start to rise up to the surface and such.
And as I'm looking down, my chest piece glows as I say, Sylvanas, aid us in our time of need. And I'm going to cast Wrath of Nature at the nose of the ship and try to lift it up. There you go. There we go. Oh, you can do it. It does not want me to. No. Did that do it? No. That's a D10.
Yeah.
It did a 7.
Was that a D10 you rolled?
Yeah.
I'm just.
That's only a D10.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you have to roll the D100.
There we are.
That's D100.
Looking at a 7 going, well.
Yeah, no. It's wrong. This is 1D10. This is 1D10.
I was like, oh, Sylvana said, heck no, sorry.
Sorry, the game's on.
I looked at it and saw the D10 and thought that it was a D100, so I didn't, so until after we were, oh, wait a second, that's a D10. I'm like, is it? Okay, so yeah. Alrighty. So with 49%, the storage facility in question stays secure to the Isengard. And it starts to shift and rise up out of the water. So it slowly starts to back up out of the ground, and slowly, the nose starts to come up slowly skyward and start to level itself. Water is spewing out of areas, and xenomorphs are also going to be jumping ship like cockroaches. I am not currently. I'm somewhat. We'll have a little bit of a battle getting back to the ship, then we'll have another session here and such, and get our way, I guess, either to the engine room or to the Queen. We can make that decision. But okay. So with the displacement of the ship, it kind of starts pushing you away, and also kind of like has a downdraft. Luckily, you have all consumed potions of water breathing, so you don't have to worry about drowning and such. But it may have some difficulties pulling under or something like that. Let's see. Close. Okay. Can I get everybody to give me an athletics check as the water is being displaced, and there's like undercurrents pulling you under or pulling you away, pushing you away from the ship.
I mean, we went back out like the hole that we came in, right?
So it could be on our boat.
Wouldn't we have called the birds to just hold us in the air?
Yeah, I guess I should have said something. I was envisioning the eagles.
Okay.
But
that's fine. Okay. So just Banthor, you're there. You're doing that. We'll say Martho is free, because he's going to be more powerful, just in case something happens. And he'll sweep down and snatch you up out of the water when it starts to look crazy and such. So as that's happening, you see, that the storage unit stays on the ship, and you make your way back to the surface. The currents start to get crazy, and Marco comes down, swoops you up. Everybody give me perception rolls.
I got feathers in my eye.
Alrighty. Necro with a 20.
Yeah.
And then
22 for Zorn.
thank you, sir.
An 11.
My Into the Unknown had dropped.
I should got an 11.
Anthor, what's that? Is that a 4?
It looks like it rolled twice for some reason, but they both rolled 17 for perception.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got a plus 13, so it was a 4.
Okay. Let's see. Necra and Zorn from 2 different locations. Let's see, Zorn, you notice that there's an entrance that you see a lot of the xenomorphs coming out of. That is close to the middle of the ship. That being said, the engineering was closer to the middle of the ship from your from your diagram to all the conversations. Necra, you notice that there is a opening near the front of the ship that was underground. A portion was ripped open, and such. You saw some xenomorphs coming out of that, and such. And they're kind of swarming around the ship like angry ants right now. It doesn't seem, maybe you're high enough and such that it doesn't seem like any the xenomorphs have noticed you, or they are, none of them seem to be paying you any attention and such. I figure you're, kind of high in the air, not super high, but high. The entrance was about 30 feet or so in the air anyhow that you would have come out of. So at least that high, if not, higher. So the xenomorphs don't seem to notice you at your height, or don't seem to be looking in your area and such. But they are swimming around in the water around the ship, crawling on the ship, even as it's riding itself still, just like angry ants. If you were to count them, there's somewhere in the ballpark of 30 or more of these xenomorphs that are around the ship and such. A few crawling on it, few underneath, deep in the water, but most of them swimming around the ship. You probably guess looking for you, but they haven't, looked into the sky yet. What path would y'all like to take? That being said, it's 20 to 11. So we will be picking this up next game session.
Engineering is my choice, my pick. Get into the engine.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
The short, difficult way or the long, easy way? Good question.
Priorities, just depends on, how you want to deal with the situation.
Like that's Asura's like priorities is like get the engine because like our objective is to stop that thing from exploding and destroying our home. And like our number one thing is protecting our home. So
Yeah, Banthor's thinking, well, the AI wanted us to take care of the xenomorph first, but the AI can get bent.
exactly. Like in case, and somehow if we do not make it, if we at least shut down the explosion, we know there's others can rise up to take on the thing.
Yeah, depending on the situation. It's, even if you were to like, well, we'll get the engine and then we'll go after her, because if we get her, that's cool, but we still all die.
Exactly.
Get the engine.
That and also
like bigger picture. Yeah.
Well, that and also the AI is probably really biased about do the job I'm here for, and anything that isn't that job is suspect. So
yeah, it's thinking more in calculations and stuff. It's like my objective is to protect keep these things contained and such. So.
Yeah, also the lieutenant trying to shut down the self-destruct might be more like, hey, if I can do this, I can get the ship and get out of here. Not save the xenomorphs so much.
Well, the lieutenant, who's probably being controlled by the Queen, is trying to shut down so they don't explode and also take control of the ship with the Queen.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we know he's not in his right mind. So.
Oh yeah, the Psyker is a lieutenant. All right, so we still have to blow his head off anyways. So
yeah, because he killed his comrades and the dwarves, Larry, Curly, and Moe, and came back here. Shit. So yeah, he. What's the word for it? He's been compromised.
Yeah. Still.
You do notice the gunship. It was basically docked on the other side of the Isengard. You just didn't see it on your approach. And it's kind of shuffled off to the side anyhow. But with the Isengard righting itself and being flat there on the surface, the gunship is kind of like floating, 10 feet in the air, basically, above the Isengard. Well, the Isengard is pretty big too. It's out of the water, like a ship would be out of the water. But it seems to be floating fairly well. Doesn't seem to be a lot of it is underneath the water. A lot of the water is being ejected constantly, still out of ports and such, and sometimes just rips, and such in the hull.
Okay.
The AI Ken did tell you which storage facility the Queen was in. I'm going to change the map for our next session. I'll turn it sideways, write it. But the Queen is going to be in this chamber. So these are 4 different chambers. 1, 2, 3, and 4 storage chambers. and when we Banthor, odd or even?
Even.
Alrighty. Banthor, you get to pick. Well, no, never mind. Forget that. I was thinking a little different and such. When it writes itself, it will be, the bottom will be the bottom and the top will be the top. I was thinking differently when I was looking at the map. So never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind that. So that level. I was thinking, it's going to list to one side or the other. It will list a little bit because one of the engines had been ripped off. So it's going to be a little asymmetrical. So the side with the queen is actually going to be lifted out of the water a little bit. That won't be a big issue anymore. The water and fighting in the water is not going to be a big issue, which is going to be good. That was going to be a struggle. So. All right, we'll just end it here. Basically, everything past here is going to be getting into something,
into the action,
getting it, and stuff. So I'd rather just start at the beginning of that instead of kind of start and stop. There's only a few moments left, anyhow. Looking at the calendar, January the 25th.
Looks like yes.
Yep.
Fine with me.
And Zorn, you said you're not going to have any problem with the Sunday game. It's just the Thursday, most likely.
Right.
I'm sorry. Well.